You know, it's rare that a company is this bold and thinks so highly of their product. Actually, you know what? That probably doesn't make any sense. Let me back up and kind of tell you the experience on how I think I might have found the perfect camera bag. What's good, creative fan? Brandon Washington here, and this is the PGY, right? Yep, the PGYTech camera bag. It has an official name. I think it's OSME. What is it? What does it say? OneMo. I don't think I was really that close. This is the PGYTech OneMo Camera Bag. It's a 25-liter bag, and this might be the best camera bag I've ever used. Let me give you a quick bit of context as to how I got my hands on this bag and ultimately what this bag is really designed for. Now, PGYTech reached out to me a couple months ago and asked me if I'd be interested in reviewing their camera bag. Now, I get sent quite a bit of gear, and I actually don't respond to most of the gear because I don't really think that it's that beneficial to the channel. However, recently here on the channel, I've been doing a couple sponsored posts, and so I reached back out to them and said, hey, if you're interested in doing a sponsored post, we can, but I just can't guarantee that I'm gonna be able to do a video on your bag. And they said they didn't wanna do a sponsored post, but more importantly, they wanted to send me the bag because they were sure that I would think that this is the best backpack that I've ever used, which was a very bold statement to make, but I think they might have had some merit even just trying to make that statement. This is probably by far the most customizable, most multi-purpose backpack that I have personally ever used. One of the big problems with buying camera bags is typically they're very easy to outgrow. On top of that, they don't have enough customization to them to where you could not just use it for camera gear, but use it for pretty much anything and everything else. See, it's very rare that when you go out to shoot that you're only going out to film. You might be going out on a chilly day and need to bring a backpack, or you might be going out and filming and need to bring a laptop and a bunch of other accessories for your laptop, or you might be going out to film, but you don't just need a camera and lenses, you need to bring along a tripod and a gimbal and a bunch of other additional accessories. And this backpack has pretty much all those things thought out. So let's start with the obvious, and that is the main compartment. Now, when you buy this backpack, it works like most backpacks in the fact that it's very padded and everything is nice, but you'll notice that right off the jump, you have a ton of extra little pockets here and even a nice little handle here for being able to hold this thing like a briefcase. On top of that, this extra element right back here actually houses your waterproof liner, and you can actually store stuff back here too, which we have pockets before we've jumped into the main pocket, which I personally think is pretty awesome. But once you actually open this guy up, what you will find is that this thing is broken up into two main sections here. You've got this top section with all these dividers, which right now is kind of a mess because I literally change out the way I pack this divider on a routine basis. But the big thing that I love is down here in the bottom, you actually get this secondary case where you can either take it out, not use it, and just store extra stuff down here and even use the dividers down here to pack even more gear. Or you can actually store extra camera gear in this nice little small bag that comes with this backpack, which is awesome. And this thing here in and of itself has some awesome cool little features that we'll touch on in just a moment. But you'll notice that on here, on top of having all of this open space, which as you can see, you can take all this out and just use it as like a luggage backpack if you want to. It doesn't have to hold camera gear, but you do also get this awesome, nice little area over here for your laptop. And as it shows on here, it is 25 liters, which means that it is not massive. Now, you're probably gonna start to see a couple, how do you say, similarities between this bag and another creator's bag which you probably have recognized in the past. What's up, guys? But you will probably notice some similarities between this bag and that bag, which is one of the first things that I realized. But one of the two biggest things about this bag that makes it very different is the overall size, with it only being 25 liters, and the price, which this thing clocks in at just under $200. So you have this great big open compartment here for all of your camera accessories. Use these dividers, organize them however you like. They are multi-point as far as all the different ways that you can actually divide everything. But then one of the other big areas that I like about this thing is that on top of having this big section here to actually get into the bag, you also have top and bottom options for side compartments. So you're not just gonna be able to get into the top section where you might wanna keep your camera body, but you could also get into the bottom section down here. I mean, I personally use this thing all the time, and so I'll have like camera and accessories up in the top, and then down below I might have a jacket or something like that that I might wanna get access to really quickly, and I love having that side access to all of my stuff, the entire compartment. I have full side access no matter how I choose to set this thing up. Another awesome thing about this side access pockets is that on the top one, you have this RFID protective pocket. So if you wanna keep like your wallet in here to make sure that no one can like come by and steal your data, I don't really know how that works, but you got this nice little RFID pocket here. And then on this guy here is something that I thought was really interesting, and that is 3 battery holders with actual toggles to be able to determine if your batteries are dead or alive. And so you'll notice that you actually have red ones here. So if you put a battery in here and it's dead, you can just slide this thing over to indicate that it's dead by making it red. And then when you put 3 fresh batteries in here, you can slide all 3 of these guys over to indicate that you have 3 fully charged batteries in here. And I can tell you that these things will not only fit the Canon batteries, but it also fits your Sony batteries, your older Sony NP batteries, pretty much any battery that'll fit into a camera now in 2020, including the reds. This will hold those batteries. Talking about the red Komodo, obviously. But you'll notice on the other side, we have another pocket, and this is one of my favorites. And that is the fact that this is just a nice little side compartment here with some bungee attachment, just in case you put something in here that's a little too big to zip up. You can leave this open and still be able to keep what you want in here. You've got some nice elastic straps, another small little pocket here in case you want to put something like a memory card, something you need to keep safe. And then of course you have your water bottle strap right here. But the pockets don't stop there. The next big pocket we have is this front main compartment. Now, this front main compartment is actually very useful because not only can you just store normal stuff in here, like a jacket or anything else, but this is actually the pocket where you can store a full gimbal. That's right. You can fit an entire Ronin S in this thing because it is expandable. So all you have to do is unzip it, and then inside here there's an additional zipper. Now, if I zip this one up, you'll see that the entire top of this bag has now become more expanded out, and now I can actually store an entire gimbal inside of this pocket. But I can choose to open this guy up, and then in here we have again some more elastic. So if you want to keep your actual gimbal safe and stored away in here so it's not shifting around on you, you can slide it in between this elastic, and now you've got this big open pocket in here that you can store your gimbal inside of. Now the fun doesn't stop there with the pockets. As I mentioned before, this thing has straps and attachments everywhere. You get additional bungee cords here at the bottom in case you want to attach something like a tripod, or you have these extra handles here on the side if you want to hold it like a briefcase setup. But as I mentioned, this is just one part of the kit. I mean, this bag by itself is amazing and would be totally worth that sub $200 price point, but it actually gets much better. See, this is one bag, and as I showed you guys earlier, you also get this bag inside of that bag. So the idea is that if you wanted to pack away your camera gear inside of something like this, and then you wanted to have like clothes and other stuff packed in that bag, you could decide to then take all your camera gear out inside this, go out and explore the city, while your other bag stays back in the hotel. Now, this bag here is actually pretty nice in size. It can actually handle like a full-size mirrorless camera along with maybe 1 or 2 lenses, depending on how big those lenses are. But the thing I like about this guy for the most part is, again, a lot of the things that this thing does so well, they brought over here, starting with the top area here. So you get this nice pocket here at the top, so you can easily access things like memory cards, lens caps, you name it, extra batteries. You can store all that stuff right in here. But then this thing also has its main compartment, which if we unzip this here, we get access to, and just like the other one, you're gonna get this nice strap in case you wanna kind of roll it around. But then you have ultimate divider options here, and all these dividers are flex dividers, so I can actually fold these up and out of the way if I wanted to be able to store more stuff. And everything is working off of a Velcro system, so you can completely customize this and use it however you want. Now, I think one of the most interesting things about this small bag is the little secret compartment that it actually has in this, and that is the fact that you can almost double the size of this bag. So what I mean by that is, on the back here, there's this nice little zipper, and if we actually go ahead and unzip this entire top section, you'll notice that the entire top piece, sort of like an accordion, just kind of opens up and almost doubles the size of the entire bag. This way, if there's something that you want to carry around outside of your camera gear and you want to keep that safe in this pocket, you can. And the nice part is it doesn't actually go down into the bottom section where all your camera gear is. So I'll unzip this here for you, and you can see that you have all this open space here to be able to carry around anything additional that you need. You know, when it comes to camera bags, personally, I feel like you gotta go with something that you can grow with. That's one of the hardest thing about buying camera bags up front, is that your camera bag is only gonna be as good to you as the amount of gear that it can hold for you. And when you're first starting out and you don't have a lot of gear, sometimes it's hard to wanna invest in a very expensive camera bag because you don't feel like you can actually fill that camera bag out. But I can tell you from personal experience that if you can get a camera bag very similar to this, even if you don't necessarily have a ton of lenses, or you don't have a gimbal right now, or even a tripod, but you think those are things that you want to buy in the future, I would strongly recommend picking up a bag sort of like this one that you can buy and be able to grow into. Now, PGY said that when they sent this bag out to me that it was instantly going to become my favorite camera bag, and I honestly have to say that it really has been. I mean, it really has become my favorite camera bag, not even just because it's a camera bag, but just because of how versatile it is. I mean, a lot of times I like to go out on my motorcycle, and when I do go out on the bike, I'm always taking extra stuff, whether that's extra batteries or stuff for my laptop or lenses or even just jackets, because the weather is constantly changing, especially right now in the winter. And so having a backpack that's so versatile that I feel like it can not only handle all the gear that I'm going out with, but it can also handle all the other stuff, especially when I'm out riding. I can't say it enough that yes, this has become my favorite camera bag, especially rounding out 2020 when it's been tons of gear coming out almost on a daily basis. It's surprising to say that I think I might have found the perfect camera bag. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think this bag is awesome. Let me know if you think that I should probably go with the other version of this bag. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. But if you do think that, leave those comments down below in the description. I think 25 liters is perfect, but you tell me what you guys think. Obviously, I hope this video helped you guys out. Maybe you're thinking about getting this bag. If you are, links to it down below in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.